In this video, I'm going to show you how to get Odin's Spear at power level 1. This is the best weapon in the main game, and it's meant for like a power level 280 character. But we're going to show you how you can glitch it at the very beginning of the game when you're still in the prologue. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Okay, the first thing is that you want to go to the region called Hordafylke, which is a power level 280 region. So you take your longship to the end of that fjord there, and you're going to go up and over the hill and through the snow, and you're going to leave the lake to your left. There's going to be polar bears to your left. You can see we got a power level 1 character. We took off all the things, but she's low level character anyways. She's got no skills whatsoever. All she needs is a hidden blade, and actually probably doesn't even need a hidden blade. So if you haven't met Basim yet, you probably still could do this. But if Basim gave you the hidden blade in Norway and you met Sigurd for the first time, then you can do this for sure. So you see Eivor, there's the lake to the side, and then there's some polar bears to the side. We don't want to engage the polar bears because they'll tear us up because we don't have any clothes on, don't have any weapons, and we're power level 1. And we're going to the cave here. This is Goinhellir. We can't go in the cave because that is closed until we get to the mission. So what we're going to do is we go to the entrance of the cave and call our raven. So at the entrance of the cave, it's just going to be to the right of the entrance to the cave. And we're looking around. We're using the slow mode in the Raven. And we're looking for a crack in the hill. See that crack? That's the crack we want. We want to, that little fissure is where we're going to get in. Now, then we just climb to the right of the cave. We were at the cave entrance. But we're going slightly to the right, and we're going all the way up to the top, and we're going to follow that marker that we pinned to where the crevasse is, or the crack is in the rock. And, you know, poor Eivor, she's cold, she doesn't have any armor, she's level 1, she doesn't know what she's doing. Now, I want to say thanks to Haliloo Gaming for showing me this method, but he advocates that you use a hidden blade. And right here, when you get to the crevasse, you definitely want to save. You want to get a save here. And he advocates you use a hidden blade. I have done it, I think, 3 times. Once I used the hidden blade, and once I just jumped in. So here we're using the hidden blade. So you hit L1 in this spot right here, in the corner of the crack. I guess that's, what is this, the northeast corner, something like that. But that didn't work for me. What worked was jumping into the crack. So you can see here I kind of slipped in. So sometimes it worked for me, sometimes it didn't, right? So I almost slipped in and died there, but I decided this is not going really well. So I'm just going to try jumping in. So jumping in, I think, is the easiest way, but sometimes it's going to fail, and you probably get desynchronized. Like, I'm going to get desynchronized right here, but the good thing is the game auto-saved. No, it didn't desynchronize me yet. Now, do you see she's falling? And the game is going to auto-save me on the other side where I want to be, right? So there's a ledge on the other side of this crack in the rock, which you can easily fall into, that either fall into or you get saved back into. So it's kind of like a save and reload glitch. But it's also possible to use your hidden blade and just punch through the wall and then come out the other side. So try both ways, see what one works for you. But see, we're in the right spot now. It reloaded us in the right spot. And so the next thing is we want to go to this bridge. So you see that structure, that Isu structure, that square structure. To the left of it is a bridge, and we want to get to that bridge. So we don't want to get to that Isu structure. And if you've seen my earlier video before they patched out the wall glitch, this is exactly the same spot we're going to for wall 4, essentially. So we've just gone through, we're only going to go through 3 walls here. We went through 1 wall in the crevasse there, or the crack in the top of the mountain. And now we're going to climb over. We want to climb over, you know, as much as we can. You want to save here for sure. You might fall down. It'll probably reload you back, you know, pretty close to where you are. That was a little risky move there where I did that. But we're going to climb over and keep on climbing because there's 2 bridges. There's a bridge that goes to where we want to go, where there's kind of like a white triangle or there's like a white spot on the bridge. That's where we actually want to go, but we want to fall down onto a bridge to get to it. So we don't want to fall down into space because we're gonna be, you know, fall down and that won't get us where we need to go. But if we keep on climbing to the side here, we're gonna keep on going to the side. Below us will be a bridge, right? So you see the tower there. You can see kind of the drumstick. There's 2 bridges perpendicular there, right? And we want to get to the one that connects to us because that'll allow us to get to the one that is parallel to where we're going. So just a little tricky here to get Eivor to make the horizontal move over. And so here's a ledge. We'll probably drop on that ledge. And we want to keep on getting over. There's kind of 2 bridges, right? The bridge goes 90 degrees, and one side of the bridge connects to us, and one side of the bridge goes out to space. And we want to drop down onto the one that connects to us so that we can walk out to the one that goes out into space. And that is where Odin's spear is. It's in the bridge that goes out to space. So here we go. We're just on this ledge trying to get over. I think I got desynchronized there, but I want to save you time so you didn't see it. But you can climb it safely. It's possible. So we're climbing over. We want to down climb. Yeah, we want to be further down because we're hitting the ceiling there. And it looks like we're almost all the way just directly over that bridge. Maybe we could get a little further over. It looks like if we drop now, we drop into space. But we want to drop down on that bridge that connects to us. So it looks like now with the torches that we're going to fall on it if we drop down, right? So it looks like if we drop the torches, it drops down onto the bridge. If we drop Eivor, she's going to drop down on the bridge. She has enough health with at level 1 to do this. We just keep on doing the B move, and then we get to the overhanging ledge, and then we drop down, and you see we're in Goinhellir. And so you want to save once you get to this point. You may want to top up your health. That's good too. And we're going to cross over to the perpendicular part of the bridge, right? So we want to get to the other side. Now I find it hard to go. We want to turn left, but I find it hard to turn left. I think it's easier to go a little right once you get off the T of the bridge and you climb the overhanging ledge. For some reason, it's easier for Eivor to climb the overhanging ledge over there to the bridge perpendicular to her left, hanging out in space. And there's like 2 boulders we need to get over. We want to go to the left of those boulders. There's kind of a little boulder on the side that we can jump onto the one on the side, and that allows us to get up and over. Okay, you can see it's kind of like really sloping, and so this is the spot where we would have called it like wall 4, I think, and we would have glitched through right there. In my previous video, before it was patched, the fishing line trick was patched. But now what we're doing is we're looking below this kind of square outcropping where you can see to the right of Eivor. To her left, there's kind of a crack. There's an overhanging ledge there, and she can climb down into that overhanging ledge, and she can actually drop down there. There's kind of enough of a ledge for her to drop down. So kind of where I threw the torch there is where she's going. So once you get to the kind of that square thing, you kind of look down there, and there's a cut in the ledge, and that it's not big enough for her to stand in, but she wants to climb down into that. So here we're gonna try to climb down there. We don't want to go up, we want to go down. And this, I think, is a little trickier than the first wall. So this would be wall 2, right? So this is wall 2, is where there's this overhang. So you can see there's that gap there that is not big enough for her to stand in. So hunched over, she's going to try to jump. You want to make sure you don't jump onto the wall like we're doing here, and we want to drop down and be in that gap. Okay, so in this gap, we just jump. This may take you 20 minutes, but you're going to jump through the wall. You just want to make sure you're not climbing up. You're jumping in that narrow thing. And now we've just gone through, if you can just see that. And the way that you know that you've gone through the right chamber is that there's going to be this overhanging rock, and then there's going to be a rock on the other side, which is to the left here, which is kind of has an 80-degree angle or a 70-degree angle that you could kind of just climb up. So you go under the overhanging here on one side, and then in this little chamber, there's kind of like glitchy wall on there. But to the right of where we're looking at now, we're going to see a slope, like an 70-degree slope up, and we're going to try to jump where we see that kind of glitchy wall and that 70-degree slope of rock. So we're going to be more on the other side, not on the overhanging rock side, but this sloping side. And we just want to jump until we get to that we're like holding on to air, right? We're holding on to an invisible wall. And we want to be able to move up and down, right and left. If we can move up and down, right and left, we're in the right spot. If we're stuck, we're in the wrong spot. And you'll probably be able to see the Odin's spear chamber long before you'll be able to climb into it. But you want to climb kind of horizontally, slightly down, and you'll climb into the chamber. I think we've done it right there. No, we haven't done it. So if you get stuck and you're on the invisible wall, right, you can barely see Eivor. You should be looking up at her like we are here. We're stuck. We can't move anywhere, so we're just going to drop down. We're going to hit the drop key, which is the zero or the O key on the PlayStation, or the B key on the Xbox. But the Xbox and the PlayStation, you're going to hit the jump key most of the time until you get stuck. And you see we got through there. But when we got up, right, when we got up through, we were on the invisible wall. We want to go sideways, slightly down, until we can like see the chamber. We kind of slide in, and it'll take you a long time. The third wall is by far the hardest wall to do. But there we have it. We have Odin's spear, and now we can just fast travel out of here, right? And so this level 1 character can just fast travel out, because there's no way out of the cave. So that's the fast travel we use to. But we could also just fast travel back to Ravensthorpe, and there we have it. Make sure you save, of course, and you've got it for the rest of the game. So you got Odin's Spear. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Check out our videos about rune duplication so you can have unlimited silver to upgrade all your gear, including Odin's Spear. I just think it's important that you know that this is hard. There's 3 walls you need to go through. The first one's the easiest, the second one's the second hardest, the third one's the third hardest. You might have to stick with it for a couple hours to get this through. You want to save at each step, but you can do it. And I recorded this in August 2022.